And they're all asking the same thing. They're saying, Arlo, what was it like? I just say, I remember getting there. That's about it. I remember because I was driving a big old checkered cab. That was actually made up here in Canada. It was one of these big cars. We had the whole band in that one car. I mean, me and my guitar is a guy with a double bass, set of drums, that guy, their girlfriends, and their stuff, all in one car. And that's what we took to Woodstock. And we got, you know, about most of the way there, and they say, you can't go any further, the roads are closed. So we're sending you to some other place. So we went to this motel or something, and we got out of the car, we saw it was a helicopter waiting to take us into the site, and I was so freaking excited because I had never been in something like that. I was, you know, a kid, I was about 18, 19, and I remember getting in that chopper, and the doors open as we took off. And no matter how high we went, there was people as far as the eye could see in every direction. And I remember in that chopper, there was 2 New York State troopers. One was a big guy on one side of the door, and one was a little guy on the other side. And I remember the big one looking down and saying, there's a lot of hippies down there. The little one looked down and he said, yep. And the big one said, I bet they're doing lots of illegal stuff. And the little one said, yep. Then the big one looked down and said, well, I'm not going down there nothing, are you? And the little one said, nope. That's when I came to the conclusion that we was going to have a pretty good time at that festival. I was not mistaken. I remember I got there on the first day of that 3-day event, and I wasn't supposed to play. At least I was under the impression that I was not supposed to play until the second day or something. So I just got there. I'm walking around, you know, backstage saying hi to people, stuff like that. And eventually I went into the crowd there in big hill, mud and rain. And I was doing what everybody else was doing that day. So at some point that afternoon, I had a serious case of the munchies. Looking for stuff to eat, something to drink, you know. And there was nothing there. So I went backstage hoping they'd have something. And there was nothing backstage. All I had back there was 147 cases of champagne they was saving for the end of the event. And by the end of the first day, that was gone. And I don't remember how many cases I was personally responsible for, but between that and the other stuff we was doing that day, it came as a surprise when somebody come up and said, Arlo, you got to play now, man. I can't play now, man. I'm not here now. I'm coming tomorrow. I said, no, you're here, man. You got to play now, man. I said, I can't play now, man. I can't walk now, man. I said, we don't care about that stuff. Richie Haven's been up there playing for hours. There's nobody else. You got to play now, man. And I was too young to realize I could have said no. So anyway, I grabbed my big 12-string guitar, walked out on that big stage, and they had a circular stage. It was built into the regular stage, so while the guys in front was playing, you could set up the guys in back. And then when they were done, just twist the stage around, not be wasting time breaking down the band, setting up the next one. It was a great idea. I mean, it didn't work, but it was a great idea. And in the middle of the circular stage, they had this big hole for all the cables and mic lines, wires and stuff like that. They didn't tell me about the hole. I wasn't looking for the hole. I was looking at more people I knew I'd ever see again in my life at one time. And I was looking at them like you could back then, each one individual. That's when I remember falling through time and space. And then the most unbelievable thing happened. I moved through the molecular structure of the wood itself. And I rematerialized on the other side of the hole, almost completely intact. That's all